Yes.
Oh, you will be famous.
And I didn't see them for 3 months
Oh.
before that.
So they lived with whom did they live?
They lived with my sister
With your sister?
in California.
Oh, nice.
Hi guys, this video is about dogs, bringing dog to Ukraine from your home country. Is this possible? And I will interview Brian from Sacramento, California. I think for me, Brian has done the most out of all foreigners that I've met, just in short time. Bought a car, bought dogs, so he can share his. Yeah, you got. Oh yes, yes. Maybe you can also talk.
Professor.
Yeah, he also is a professor at the University Polytechnic. So, but today we will talk about dogs because we love them very much and we want them with us. If you move into Ukraine, how to bring dogs into Ukraine?
Well, for bringing dogs from America to Ukraine, I think it's the same for almost any country to come to Ukraine. Mm-hmm. But the process was I had to have a rabies test in California by an approved veterinarian that is approved by the government, the United States Department of Agriculture. And then after this test, we had to wait 3 months and then I think have a second test. Mm-hmm. I don't really understand the point of waiting the 3 months, but at any rate, there's no way to go faster than 3 months. So I came to Ukraine in August, and my dogs came 3 months later, 3 months and a couple weeks. So my sister took care of them for me in California, and then they were put on a cargo plane, a Lufthansa cargo plane, and they flew from San Francisco to Frankfurt, and then they got to take a little break in Frankfurt, and then they flew the rest of the way to Kiev. And I rented a car, because I didn't have my car yet at that time, and I rented a car and drove with my friends American friends from Lviv to Kiev, and we picked up the dogs and brought them back here.
So how they were fed on the plane?
I was very worried about them. They had to stay in their crates for I think about 15 hours, and I thought it would be just very difficult for them. And of course, I don't know how bad it was, but when they arrived, I think when I first saw them, they had. I think they. In a dog's mind, I'm assuming they believed that I was dead because they hadn't seen me for so long. And so I think for them, they recognized me, of course, and I think for them it was a mixture of, oh, he's not really dead, and that they're still shaken up from their traveling and the stress of traveling. This dog, I noticed when I picked her up, her nails were kind of pink right here, and they're still kind of pink normally, but maybe she was scratching. I don't think so. I don't think she was trying to get out, but I think it just showed that she had been suffering some stress. Mm-hmm. And this dog, I didn't notice that for her, but this dog is generally a lot more scared than this dog. Anyway.
I think it's a sheltered dog, so yeah.
Yeah.
Some. Mm-hmm. What happened? Who was checking their dog passport? Right, they have to have dog passport with a rabies certification.
Yeah, they had to have documents for the certification. They really didn't have an actual passport.
Okay.
It really was just the rabies certification. But I hired a company in Kiev also to check them into customs. Mm-hmm. So the total cost that I paid to these agencies, I paid $4,000 to the one in California or America, and then another $450 to the customs agent in Kiev. So it was pretty expensive to get them here.
So basically, when you bought the flight for dogs, cargo flight.
So the company that I paid the money to, they arranged the flights. They purchased the flights, but it was cargo. Yeah, it was not a passenger plane. It was just a cargo plane. Mm-hmm. But it has pressurized cabin or wherever the dogs were, it was pressurized and climate controlled. So it's apparently it's quite safe. This type of thing is actually pretty common. I'm a member of a Facebook group of with people who travel with travel globally with their pets, and it's fairly common actually for people to do it, and most of the time the animals travel safely.
So just tell me, what about the bathroom? For so many, how do they go to the bathroom?
Yeah, that's it's at some point they're gonna just say, well, I have to just pee in my crate, and it's for the long flight. They had some the people that arranged it. They told me put some blankets in there, and they're probably just going to pee on that eventually. And so when I picked them up, I just threw all that stuff away, and I took them in the bathroom and cleaned them up and stuff,
And it's true that they're not supposed to eat sometime before flight.
Yes, I mean that's obviously seems true, right? They have to stay hydrated, but I've heard that some dogs just won't drink anything on their whole trip. So I don't know whether mine did or not, but yeah, I don't remember what they told us to do for feeding them, but.
So what you did, you arranged for 2 rabies shots, and then you paid for the company in USA to do it for you.
Yes.
Paid for Lufthansa ticket and company in Kyiv.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, and actually also that was another expense, was paying for the veterinary bills. It was about another $500 for the veterinary bills in California, so about $5,000 altogether, I guess. So, and I don't really know if these dogs are worth that much money. I mean, they don't really look like $5,000 worth of dogs, right?
And so are you happy now?
Yes. Maybe if you can see how happy we are. We're just one big happy family, so yes.
And then also Brian did like a little door for dogs, like you see in the movies in USA, that they can jump. Yeah, Ukraine, welcome. New technology to make your animals more convenient when you live in Ukraine. You can use this. And then she's back. So this is just a balcony door that was transformed into like wood with doggy door. Yes, and you are happy, right? Because at night they can actually go as they wish. They can sleep in this dog crate, and then they can go out and go to the bathroom. Yeah, in the balcony. Pretty genius. Cool. So dogs traveled in 2 separate crates. This is one of them, and the second one you will see also. And this is the second crate for the second dog. It's unfolded. So yeah, maybe you can find some. Maybe Brian uses it somehow also. Brian is vegetarian, and also his dogs are vegetarian. And I actually have footage for you. You can see how they love the apples and bread and oatmeal and eggs. So yeah. And also, Brian purchased a car in Ukraine, and so you can watch a video about that very soon. Bye.
Okay, sit. So yeah, they love carrots. It's a treat. Okay, sit.
Exactly, carrots, yes.
Sit.